Hello once again, class. I hope you're enjoying this week's assignment, and I pray that you receive much from it. This week is a very important topic from a pastoral standpoint. It doesn't get a lot of the headlines, but it's where the real work can be done at times. It's about suffering. And in the day we live in, suffering is especially real in the lives of people. In many eras in Christianity, our suffering as a people, it was a physical suffering. Today, in some places of the world, there is physical suffering going on for the name of Christ because of situations. But mainly in the United States and North America, our suffering is not always physical, but many times it is emotional, relational, and other aspects that play into those things that causes such pain. And we're to be here to be a help to them. Whether you're a pastor or a counselor, even in music, whatever ministry you may have, there's an important lesson to learn. I heard this from John Maxwell around 30 years ago, and it is still rings true today. And I believe he may have gotten it from President Roosevelt, but it is so true, and it rings even more true today. And that is, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. How true I find that to be. Well, this week's assignments, you only have, as far as actual submitted assignments for points, you only have two threaded discussions. But because of that, it will help you with the other two projects, your mentorship preparation and your exegesis preparation. Having only the two threaded discussions, hopefully this will help you in preparation for those assignments that will be coming up soon. But your two threaded discussions, the first deals with pastoral scenarios. And these are two real life examples, and you are to share how you would handle these. Follow the instructions on your online on your page. And this is great practice, as these things have really happened, and similar or like events will happen in the future. So this is kind of a good practicum. The other threaded discussion is on your text, your reading, and your media. There are two readings in your text for you to go over this week and share about something if you choose. And also there's a PDF assignment to read, and it's concerning grief work. And I find these things very beneficial. You may be aware of some of these already, especially if you're an experienced person, but nonetheless, these are good things for you to share. And I want to encourage you, most of all, as a pastor, it's important to have a shepherd's heart, a heart that cares. It is more than just the pulpit that matters. While the pulpit is the important place where you share the Word of God and you feed the sheep, you also have to have a caring heart and love the sheep, tend to the sheep when they're hurting, when they're wounded. And I want to just remind you, I heard a story, and it went something to like this, about a pastor who visited a woman. And she was stricken with grief. She had lost a dear loved one, someone that meant the world to her. And her pastor went to visit her. This woman was so overwhelmed with grief, and as she shared with him, he didn't know the words to say. But he sat there, and as she shared her broken heart, he just sat there with her and cried along with her. He didn't know what to say. He just wept. Feeling defeated and broken after he left, and thinking, I did not share any words of comfort or consolation to this woman. And he felt defeated. But later on, this woman let him know how great of a pastor he was, because he was willing not to share words, empty words, but this pastor was willing to sit with her, listen to her, and share her grief and feel her grief through his tears. That meant more to her probably than a sermon or some catchy cliche that would be repeated. He cared, and that is what made the difference. I want to encourage you to be a difference maker. No matter what your vocation, no matter what your calling in life, we can always be caring people. But especially as pastors or ministers, whatever you do, Let's have a caring heart. And the Lord will help you to reach other people. And people will be interested in what you know, because then they know how much you care. So that may the Lord bless you and keep you this week. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance to you and give you peace. Have a blessed week.